Good morning. As I love to say, almighty morning. Hello, Missy.
Good morning, Julie.
We've been here for a while. However, technical difficulties, it turned out to be a bad restream link. And yes, they will hear from me about that, but not right away, obviously. Okay, so as you guys know, I start out by telling you how I met Missy. I don't know if you even remember.
I I know I've seen you in my store, but I don't know if I met you before that.
I don't think I met you before that.
Okay.
The first time I met you was for Brittany Larson's Divinity Tool class.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That long
Oh,
ago,
see, I
yes.
did not remember that. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. And because I saw your shop at that time, I told Susan about it. And then we came in to talk to you about her book. And then it's been from there. And has it been, it's only been 2 years since the Spooktacular.
Yes, the Mystic Bazaars. Yes.
Yes, the
Yeah,
beginning of the
yeah, you were the first one.
well,
You
with
and
Don and
Susan and
Susan.
Don were the first ones doing the Mystic Bazaar 2 years ago.
Yep. And this Saturday is the Mystic Bazaar, and it is the another spooktacular because it is Halloween time. So I'm so excited about that you're
I love
having
it.
that, and that I could be here basically 2 year anniversary to introduce it at least to this community. And yeah, we've been coming ever since. I also pulled, oh, I've got to pull this one out. Some other things I got from Missy's.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And it was very reasonably priced. And some of the huge finds. Now, she has some used books, and this was on clearance at the time, and I love it. I even got one for Dawn because it's such a great book. You only had one at the time, though. And this was my most recent one. I bought books for my
Ooh.
granddaughter as well. So she has an eclectic
I do.
book.
I carry a lot of new and used books, more used than new, because I feel like the older books have better information in them. They're not watered down.
And you also carry Don's and Susan's,
I
along
do.
with other local artists. And so, who are the other local authors that you have?
I have another girl named Revolutionary. She has done two books recently, and she worked just a couple of doors down at Zen Vitality Spa. I have her books. I have Chakra. Astrology in the Garden, chakra
Wow.
books, planting books. I have Sherry and Shara's full collection of books. She lived in Scottsdale, just a mile away, and wrote 5 different books that are all phenomenal. And I have different people who come in at different times of life, like Glenn Lim. I have a book on her for grieving, but I really love to advertise and artists that are at least in this metaphysical field, or people who write books in this genre. I love to support local artists. Oh, my recent one was from Kiara from Crystal Prophecy. She wrote a divination book that is so comprehensive. Anything you want to know about anything is in that book. How to use pendulums, tools, meditation, chakras, everything like that. Um, I love it. And so does Susan's book, does that as well, for using different types of divination. And I love that.
Yeah. And thank you for mentioning Susan. I think she might be here. A lot of our people are here. Harley is from Massachusetts. Christine, I always forget where you're at. A5 says is here in Arizona. Bonnie was here. Now she's in Tennessee. So we have a lot of people coming in. Um,
Great. Well, welcome. Nice meeting all of you.
and how did you get here? I mean, you have a great shop. It is a fantastic size, not too big, not too small. When I met you and you talked about you and your husband are co-owners, and he had a lot of furniture. Was the first thing that he sold out of there was the furniture, and the
Yes,
furniture is so great. I love the pieces.
I
They're
know most people did. Yeah, this is a journey that goes back about almost 6 years. Um, when I first met my husband, which was almost 9 years ago, he was not familiar with this world. This was not something that he even knew about. Um, a few months into dating, I assisted him with some communication I received regarding some family members. And I thought, oh, that's it. He's gone. Like he's just gonna think I'm way out there, that I'm too woohoo for him. But he was very, very receptive of it. And over the next 2 years we were together, I assisted him and his family a lot, with some spiritual issues, personal growth, things like that. And he said to me one day, "You have a gift. You let's open a store. Let's do something." He's like, "You are just so good at what you do. Let's just do it." And we both had corporate jobs, right? So we're like, oh, it's a little scary. So we're like, fine, we'll do it. And we both put a plan together. And I went on a 7 day silent retreat and planned it all in my head, and made sure that I was going into it for all the right reasons. And um, it just worked. We were so ready to get it started. And guess what happened? It was March of 2020 and
wow.
COVID hit.
Yes.
And we didn't even get to open on March 15th like we wanted to. We had to wait for the state to open us back up. And so we couldn't open until May of 2020.
Oh wow.
And then it was COVID, right? For like an entire year, almost 2 years, people were very conservative with going out. And then they were telling you only for essentials, things like that. So yeah, we survived during COVID. He put a furniture, half of this, well, probably more like 3/4 of the place was furniture, and like 1/4 of the place was crystals, because we didn't know what was going on with the economy and we wanted to supplement. He had great taste in furniture. I had good taste in crystals. So, but we did only give it a 3-year plan, because carrying furniture is heavy duty business. It is
Yeah.
backbreaking. So we decided after 3 years, if we were doing okay, that we would turn the whole thing into a crystal shop. Which by
Wow.
this time it was almost flip flopped. It was 1/4 him and then 3/4 me by 3 years. So we've just been a full on 100% metaphysical supply store, crystal shop for a long time. Well, for full 2 years now, but really for 5 years, 5.5 years we've been open. So we love it. Lots of wonderful people, just amazing, amazing people. Lots of vendors I work with. It's it's really been unexpectedly wonderful.
It is in Scottsdale, this store. And excuse me, I'm having a allergic reaction to pineapple. Never happened before in my life, so that's why I'm a little slurry with my words. No, I have not been drinking, people. I don't do that.
It's a
Uh,
little too early yet.
well, when I was in Prague, having beer with breakfast was normal. Anyway, uh,
Ah,
but she's at Scottsdale, basically the northwest corner of Scottsdale Road and Shea. However, it is on 71st Way, Suite 5 in Scottsdale.
correct.
So
We're
for
tucked
you
in a
to,
little bit off of the corner there of Scottsdale and Shea in a little plaza called Sundown Plaza.
It is a nice area because there's other shops, mainly salons, because that corner, I mean, not the corner, the whole intersection
Yeah.
is the largest intersection of salons. I have a feeling in the world. It's
I
just so busy.
probably. There
So
was over 1,100 the last time. I think that was 2 years ago. There was over 1,100. I'm sure there's more now. But
because
in
they
this
keep,
plaza, when we first came 5.5 years ago, it was all mom and pop businesses. There was only one salon, and that was it. And now they've all changed over, but that's okay. Everyone's got to get their hair done.
and you're working with one of the salons for a new Sunday market. Is that correct?
That's right. We had that 2 weekends ago. There's a salon behind me called Fringe Benefits, and we solicited tons of local and creative people. We wanted to showcase their art and what they do. So we put on a local market. It took us about 2 months. We had over 30 vendors, and it was just people who make like mosaic birdhouses and crochet and candles, handmade candles, and handcrafted jewelry. We even had some vendors here that were painting and doing tattoos and beef jerky. I mean, like it was a wide range, but it was all local people who make their own product, and it was wonderful. So we're going to do that again next year. We're going to have an annual event like that.
Oh, just one?
Just one. It's a lot, and we need all of the space outside.
Right. And that weekend was not very favorable.
It rained 5 days in a row. But
Yeah.
all of our vendors were good. They all showed up, and we kept them all dry underneath the awnings, so it was perfect.
Yeah. I didn't make it out there. The driving was not, uh, it was not a thing I wanted to do, driving to Scottsdale because,
Well, most people were worried because one, we're all under all that construction, and then two, it was 5 days of rain already.
yeah, we were a little tired of it, but
Yeah.
it was fun. Let's see what we've got. Um, so that was Bonnie's question. Where is the store? I used to get my hair done there. Oh, you would drive all the way up to Scottsdale to get your hair done. She
A lot of
lived,
people do.
she was in Santan. I mean, way out east. So,
When you find a good hairdresser, you just have to follow them.
yeah. Yeah. I did go to a hairdresser nearby, but after my husband passed, I don't go to him anymore. He was a friend of my husband's, but he's a good artist. So anytime you want another artist around for the next market that you have there, I would definitely give you his name because,
Love
like I
that.
said, he works in the areas.
Love that. Yeah, I'm going to send out my feelers to a larger audience next time, and we just want to double it by next year.
Oh, good. Now, do you think you'll be able to get another salon or another store in the area added to it?
Probably. It was pretty successful, even with all of the rain that we had. I don't see why anyone else wouldn't want to. It was a lot of fun. Everyone had such a good time. We had food, we had good vendors, always have good prices.
Yeah.
So it was a win-win for everybody.
And I did see some of the pictures, and it looked like they were having fun. It really
Yeah.
did. And it did look a little dark because of the clouds and the
Yeah, it was
rain.
overcast. Yeah.
And if you go into a store, the energy is really good. The lighting is excellent. She has front windows, and it just brings in a lot of warmth. And you still have furniture that is in there. The piece, just a few,
Yes.
but the pieces are so nice and warm and inviting.
Yes.
It works well together. Everything works very well. And like I
We
said,
wanted to keep it as a more eclectic mom and pop store. So nothing truly matches, but yet
yeah,
it does
yeah.
because of the eclecticness. Lots of wood, wood and metal, and just all different types of bookshelves. And it's just fun. I wanted it to be that way. And I think it just makes people feel more comfortable like they're at home.
And there's a lot of glass in there too, not just the windows, but glass displays and all. And
Yes.
you have a beautiful array of crystals. You really do.
Why, thank you. Yes. We go down to Tucson. I source from all of my vendors directly. I It's very rare that I buy online. I just got back last weekend from the Sedona Gem and Mineral Show and picked up some more beautiful crystals there. But that's what I like to do. I like to hand select and pick all of the crystals myself because if I like it, you're going to like it.
Right. And I like the idea you do not buy in bulk per se. You don't buy from China and get it
No.
in.
Yeah,
So,
it's all, and as with the rest of my store, it's all eclectic. You might get one thing of this type of crystal because it's amazing and it's awesome, but you're not going to find a different piece like that.
and Bonnie is reminding me to send you to Sarah Lyle, who is a spiritual artist.
Oh,
So as she's talking to you, as she's reading you, she's drawing the picture out. Whether
oh, I
it
love
is
that.
a guide, extraterrestrial, um, it doesn't matter. Whatever she's getting, she's drawing it out for you.
That's amazing. I love that. I've had that done before, and it's very cool how the messages evolve from that.
So, want me to remind you, and yes, she's part of our community as well. Um, in our Tuesday night class, I know we've talked to you about it a while ago, but we have Tuesday night class and we call it the Psychic Squad, and she comes in there at
Nice.
times. Yeah. And she lives in the area. And KK, welcome in. She's from Oregon. Um, okay. So you told us how you met your husband, but how did you get the gifts that you have right now? When did
I
it?
truly, yeah, I think that's truly a lifetime worth of development. I was born and raised in upstate New York, and there was nothing like I had no idea that a spiritual world existed. I was raised hardcore Catholic, and
Mhm.
so it that was not something that was talked about. Tarot cards, oracle cards. Any type of anything other than Catholicism was not spoken about. So I moved away from home when I was 16 years old and I moved to California. And that is where I met my grandmother for the very first time. Well, I met my grandmother and she was a teacher in LA. She taught people how to read tarot cards and she technically taught me, I guess you will say. She sat me down when I was 16 years old on her kitchen table and said, "Here, you're going to read for me." And I said, "I don't even know what these are. I've never seen them before." She goes, "No, no, the firstborn granddaughter always has the gift." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And so I was nervous. I mean, my grandmother is older. She's really revered in the community. She knows what she's talking about. And she's like, "Here, read these cards." And I read the cards for her. I laid them out. And I swear it was like I had done it all my life. It was amazing. And I gave her feedback. I told her what I saw from the cards, first time ever seeing them. And she's like, "I knew it. I knew you have it." And she's like, "You're about 80% accurate." And
That's not bad.
yeah, not bad at all for my first time. But I enjoyed it a lot. And I really soaked it all in. I was like a sponge. I just thought this is so different, and it felt so right. I was very rebellious when I was young and did not appreciate Catholic religion, and so I was in the principal's office all the time because I questioned it. And this, when I met my grandmother, just felt right. It just felt natural. So I started going to her classes just to get some more information about each card. She would teach each tarot card an hour and a half on each card. She would do Edgar Casey's version, she'd do the coloring, she'd do the history, she'd do everything on the background of it. And we ended up doing psychic fairs together and working out of spiritual churches and just going to metaphysical bookstores, every one that I could find. And back then, they allowed you to kind of like sit in there and read and hang out. And so I hung out in them all day long. I loved the metaphysical bookstores. And I just worked on myself and read and practiced and just loved it. And I've been doing this now since I was 16 years old. Over 35 years, I've been doing this. And I just feel like all I know is I know nothing. It's just so much to learn.
Yes. And you had an open mind. I mean, when you walked in there, you were rebellious when you met your grandmother. Rebellious from Catholics, but you were opened. Your mind was opened, your heart was opened, and the wisdom came to you, and you didn't even know it was there.
Right. And I loved it. It just felt so pure. It just felt so natural to me. It felt like I was home. And I wanted everything. In California, they had a lot of these schools. I went to what was called the Learning Light Center, and you could take all of these classes on medical intuitive and angel guidance and all of these different. And I just took everything that I could. I wanted to learn everything about everything. And I did, and I still am to this day. And this is the reason why I created Missy's Mysteries is I wanted a bookshop. I wanted a crystal shop that you felt comfortable in, that you can sit down, take a book off the shelf, look through it, see if that works for you, utilize me as your knowledge base, and I can share what I know with you, and just feel safe and comfortable to learn and grow in an environment that has no pressure and no judgment.
Yes. And and you get that feeling of warmth when you walk in her store. I did want to put this. This is what Bonnie is saying about Sarah. They have Friday Night Live happy hour from 5 to 7, and they are on YouTube at Your Love Goddess. And I think is she on Cosmic Connections and Cosmic Oracle as well, Bonnie? Sarah? I mean, is she logging into those from YouTube? Just asking questions. But yes, you can see them Friday nights. And Sarah does some of the work online as well, so you could see that from 5 to 7.
Nice.
Um, so you worked in corporate after all of that work and learning in California. How'd you get from there to corporate?
Um, Having fun.
Oh,
I went to the corporate world because even back then, over 30 years ago, everyone was saying, I know better now, but you're never going to make a living off of doing that. You're never going to make a living. And so I always just did it on the side. I'd do psychic fairs on the weekends or take phone calls or things like that. But it wasn't a reality for me. It didn't even dawn on me that I could do that full time. And so it was just the normal route to like, oh, okay, I got to do corporate America, and this is just my hobby. I'll do it on the side. So I went into administration and I learned all about computers, and I was executive assistants and secretaries to presidents and CEOs of companies, where I just learned how to run their business for them and was
Wow.
making them a lot of money, but not making any money for myself. And so after I was in corporate America for over 30 years, and I decided, well, my husband and I know how to run a business. I know how to do accounting. I know how to have employees. I know how to run numbers. And I have this metaphysical background. And so I really have. I've been running my business all by myself. I don't have an accountant. I mean, I have a tax person because I need them. But other than that, I do it all. I do the social media, I do the websites, I do um, the inventory, the ordering. I do it all because I know how and I can and I love it.
You did have somebody doing your social, but I do see that you're doing, I see a lot more about from you these days. And
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
she was part-time and just helped me out a little bit and gave me a different perspective and point of view.
Yeah.
I'd like another one though. I'd like somebody else to help me. It's a lot of
You're
work
doing it.
doing it all together. It takes a village.
Yes, it does. And with the vendors that you've added in, more and more vendors that you're meeting, and you've done, did you do Soul Search
I have
one
done
time?
Soul Search Expo.
Yeah. And so you're doing, you did that as well.
Yes. Of course, I have my own monthly, so I have limited my time at other psychic fairs or expos because I have one here monthly every month. But I still like to participate in other ones just to get a feel for other people and to see what else is out there. There's the amount of information that people have and the skill set that people have in this arena is phenomenal. It's so much greater than it was when I was exposed to it when I was young. And I love it. I love the enthusiasm of all of these wonderful artisans and craft persons and that are practitioners that are so good at their skills that sometimes I'm like, wow, I didn't even know this existed. It's amazing.
Yes. I know there's new things coming on, or new people I meet. I go to as many of the fairs as I can just to get their cards, talk to them,
Yeah.
new ways of thinking. Um, let's see what else. I just went blank after looking at that. Yeah, and I do am grabbing a lot of the people's names because they're asking questions. So if you feel like reading, we usually do readings after an hour. You do the readings. My guests do that. I did help a few times, but my guests give a different perspective, and they can see me 3 days a week. So I would rather um, highlight what you do. Now you do readings. The first time we had the Mystic Bazaar, you had a whole group of women coming in for personal readings,
Yes.
and you're still doing that.
I do. I do special events. I'll do corporate events. I'll do little small like birthday events or just 2, 3 weeks ago, I went over to someone's house and they had like a little witches party. And so I went over there and just read about 10 women, gave them all readings. Most of them hadn't even had readings before. So that was fun. It was kind of like a little Wiccan party, but everyone was all of like white light and love, and it was just fun. Everyone had their beautiful outfits on, and they were all supposed to be a goddess or a witch of some sort. That was fun. But yes, I love doing. I like the smaller events because I do love one on one. But yeah, I do a lot of back to back readings.
And do you schedule? I mean, I know you schedule the readings, but do you have certain days you do the readings? I know you take some days off,
I take
Mondays.
I take 2 days off. My store is closed on Sunday, so that's always officially out. But I don't do readings on Mondays either, just for running the business purposes. But I read 5 days a week. I read Tuesday through Saturday, usually between 12 noon and 6 o'clock.
And you open up at 10, is that
Yes,
correct?
we open at 10. We're open 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday.
And the only time you did the Sunday was that
Right.
special.
Yeah, because the whole parking lot was empty and we can just invite as many people as we wanted to. Plenty of parking, plenty of space for vendors and people.
Yeah. And they do have a parking lot behind them. They have a parking lot in front of them. But
Yes,
during the week
it gets
and
busy.
Saturdays, it's very busy. Yeah. And you do have a secondhand store. I mean, not a secondhand store, uh, reclothing store. I like that
hmm
better. Across the street, and they
Yeah,
have some nice things too.
kitty corner. Yeah, it's like
Pretty cool.
a boutique, upper end clothes for good prices. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I love their 1090. I think it's 1099 rack and stuff. I head to that. Um, and you chose Scottsdale of all places. Now there are other shops in the Scottsdale area. I don't know if they're still there. They were 2 years ago. But Missy's is a solid store. And what I mean by that is she has everything you need. If you have any questions, she's there for you. She can get a hold of anybody if you have any questions about anything. If she doesn't have the answer, she has a whole list of people. But for her to be in Scottsdale, I mean, it's not cheap. Scottsdale is not cheap. Not in that area.
No. Mm-mm. But it was an untapped market at the time.
Yes.
And it still is technically because there's not a lot of stores around me. Most of them are Phoenix, not Scottsdale.
Right.
So yes, our location is prime, but um, from my store to get to a store another size is going to be at least another 15-20 minutes.
Yes.
So I like this location, but we probably looked at maybe 15 stores before we settled on this one. And I just loved the energy and the feel of this space. So this ended up being it. And I'm glad, but it kind of just called to me. This was the one. I had to have this space.
And I think it, I mean, I know it was the right one for you, but it had to be daunting to look around you. And I'm in Scottsdale, and most people find me, and they do. It takes a while, but they do find you. Once they find you, they know you're going to be there. They know you'll be there tomorrow. Like some of the places, there's two other in your area. Um, they're much smaller, and they do not have the services.
Yeah. I consider myself more of a metaphysical supply store, new age crystal shop, because I do everything out of this space. I utilize it as much as possible. So we do have classes, workshops, events, of course, the Mystic Bazaars, as well as I've had celebrations of life here. We're
Oh,
actually having a movie filmed here in 2 weeks outside the
congratulations.
store. Yeah. Just so many unique things have come up where I've been able to utilize this space in ways I never thought I would before.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Corporate to, well,
Yeah, and
Catholic to spiritual to corporate and back.
yes. Well, the whole time, From the time I was 16 years old, I've stuck with it. I mean, like, this is my life. I don't know how to be any other way. It's so comfortable to me, and I don't want to be any other way. But it's I just thought I had to do it part time. But if I can do it, and I can do it through COVID, um,
Yes.
anyone can do it, because I am just utilizing the skills I have and the resources I have.
Mhm.
What I don't know, I seek out and I find. But for the most part, people love to help. And if you give them an opportunity to help, you get it, you
Like
receive it.
earlier today, we called Dawn because her audio wasn't working. And so it's like, okay, we tried everything. Dawn. And he helped right away. So that was great. And it turned out to be Restream and not either one of our computers. So that was fun. But yes, we're all here to help. And like I said, if you go into her store and she can't help you, she'll find the person who can.
And my
So
husband is extremely helpful. Oh my gosh, since we've opened this store, he has soaked everything up. He is so involved. He knows exactly how to help you. He is a keen listener, a keen observer, and he does have some intuitive abilities that he doesn't like to admit to. But he is great at customer service, and he knows his stuff now. So I'm very proud of him for really, he does a little bit more of the customer interfacing with, because sometimes I'm just in readings, so
right.
he will really help you out. He's a good guy.
And he covers while you're taking a day off too. I mean, you
Yes.
both have Sunday off, right?
Yes.
No Sunday. But
But
he
I like
covers
to
it.
do a little practicing. Like, I've been doing my shaman rites, and so I'll say, "Hey, I
Mhm.
need to have this day off so I can go and get my eighth shaman rite that I need to have done." So he'll cover the store for me. But yeah, whenever we just play off of each other whenever he needs time or I need time. But
And
we do have a girl, another part-time girl here who helps us as well, and she's amazing.
I haven't seen her lately. I don't know if it was the same one as I saw before, but um, all of them have been very good. Who have been in? Um, what was I going to ask you? Um, you mentioned shaman.
Hmm.
Did you do anything in the store for shamanism?
I have vendors, practitioners who come in who are shaman, who work out of my store for the Mystic Bazaars. Um, but I have not completed my shaman rites, so I'm not offering that to people yet. I want to get through the whole thing um, before I offer things, but I do actually offer shaman supplies out of my store. So I have like altar cloths and pie stones and certain infused liquids for you, things like that. So I do have a shaman section. And like I said, I have practitioners that come in, but I haven't offered workshops yet on that, but it is upcoming.
Oh, good, good. I'm diving into it. I had a class in Baltimore at the ISF. I don't know if you've heard of it, but a lot of us went there.
I know I would have loved to have gone. I didn't know you guys were going. I would have just tagged on.
Yes. Well, next year it's going to be in Glasgow.
I
So,
heard. I
yeah.
heard.
So we're looking forward to that. And the shamanism there was great. Anna Marie, Oliver's daughter, Anna Maria, uh, because they put the father's name first, and then they say the name of the person. Uh, she was the one who ran it. Fantastic. But it opened my eyes to shamanism, and I had so many great experience.
I
Um,
really enjoy it because, for the most part, I've been on the more ethereal side with astral traveling and psychic abilities and mediumship, things like that. But shamanism really brought me down and grounded me into my roots and really gave me more of a respect for nature and Mother Earth, and cycles, things like that, seasonal cycles. Not that I didn't have a reverence for that, but I didn't also have all of the information that allowed me to enjoy it more deeply.
Great, great. So, besides shamanism, is there another modality, I'll just put it that way, or system that you are exploring at this
I
point?
am still exploring my mediumship. So, my mediumship I've had on and off throughout my life, but I never truly focused on doing readings just 1 hour or a half hour of just a mediumship reading. It's always been a combination. It's been intuitive, tarot, mediumship, psychic. It's whatever comes in. I just allowed and communicated that to the sitter. But now I'm developing that, and honing my skills to make it where I can call it in more instead of it just happening.
Yes, very good. And Don and Susan took the classes in Baltimore on mediumship, how to teach mediumship, and doing platform mediumship. And I know you know Don, and his mediumship has gotten so much stronger over the
And I hear
last.
Susan's going to write a book about mediumship.
They're both writing it
Oh,
together.
oh, are they? That because that
Yes.
would be phenomenal, and I'll definitely carry that in my store because most people would like a, a breakdown of technique of how to do that. And I would love it too, just for my own interest, because I always have people who come in here and ask, do you have any books on mediumship? Do you have any books? And there are plenty of books on mediumship, but I think Dawn and Susan could bring it to a better light and put it in more layman's terms than some of the scientific-y terms you find in the other medium books.
And just as we were saying that, guess what popped up? Dawn, I heard that two wonderful mediums are finishing up a book on mediumship. Hopefully, it will be helpful on your journey too.
I would
So,
love that. I can't wait. Because you guys both don't have enough to do, Susan and Dawn, right? Both of them like are always doing something.
always do something. And Susan just got back from a cruise. So,
Yes. How
but
beautiful.
she's going to need a vacation from her vacation because she walks so much.
The
Yeah, she went.
pictures were
Mhm.
beautiful.
Hmm?
The
Pictures are
pictures
beautiful.
were beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, would you like to take a little bit of a break, about a 2 minute, and would you like to do some readings? Just
Sure.
quick. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Put in your questions, people, and I will. I've already started a lot of people, so if you put your question in, I will just add it to it, and we'll get right with you. Here we go.
Yay.
Okay, we're back. No one has put in questions, but we do have people on.
And
Okay,
I did see a few questions in there too about,
earlier.
um, yeah, when you're doing readings, do you find that the other side pops in on a certain day more than others? Um, and that is a really good question.
Okay, and that's
I
Harley.
yes, I feel like there's, I think for everybody, we have really good days, really average days, really. So I don't think it would be fair to say, yes, I'm on and it's perfect every time, because there are times where I'm just receiving download after download, or I have more audio communication from guides that day, or on another day, it's more telepathic. And it also depends on who's in front of me. I could have someone's energy that all of a sudden I'm getting a mediumship reading instead of a tarot card reading. So it's different for almost every person. I love being able to utilize anything that comes in. But I do feel like on some days the communication could be spot on, and then other days you kind of got to wait for it slowly to come through.
Now, I understand that was your question, but do you have a question for her to read you on, Harley? Is there a question that you need answered now? Put it that way. And I feel you do. I mean, I know Harley. She is part of our psychic squad as well. And I know you say, seen the name Victor Cedarholm. He's
Hmm.
actually in Sweden right now.
Oh, nice. I would love to go there. It's on my bucket list.
Yep. He says, great, meet more readers like Missy, been card reader myself. So, so what are
And
your questions, everybody?
yeah, I do have my card deck here, but as I stated earlier, I can do this psychically. Sometimes spirits come through. Me, I do it mediumship. It's whatever comes through. I'm also a personal and professional life coach. So sometimes, as things come through, I have the ability to assist you in how to accomplish that or how to complete that as well. So it's just a myriad of information that comes through that I think is all divine. It just comes through the way it's supposed to come through.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. Let me get that up. Go to the other side here.
Okay. And is there a specific message I should be hearing? When will the energy be changing for more progress? And any messages on writing or projects related to it? Those are some really good questions. I can actually probably wrap most of them all together.
Yep.
Um, I will give you a specific message at the end. But when will the energy be changing for more progress? I feel for you in another 2 or 3 months. It's really January ish after the holidays are over. There's going to be some creativity that sinks in. And I think you're receiving a lot of downloads right now. So you need that time to process because you don't want to jump into something that you're only halfway ready to do or only have half of the information. Allow some of that to sink in and settle for you to make some really good energetic changes in 2026. And I think that will affect your writing projects that are related to that. I think by February ish, you should be more motivated, more imaginative, more creative with your writing. And let me see if there's any messages that I can deliver for you, Harley. I'm definitely feeling like it just keeps saying 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. So be compassionate with yourself and take some time um, to really allow some of your belief systems, some of your routine, some of your structure to start falling away. So as these new downloads come in, it'll be easier for you to accept and move on quickly. Hmm. Yeah, I've got the Five of Wands, the Star, and the Death card here, which are right now you're feeling a little struggle, a little chaos going on, and or that maybe people in your life aren't on the same page, and it just kind of feels wonky, like two steps forward, one step back kind of thing. Um, but you have hope that you know change is coming, and you're just kind of working on finding your balance with that hope. It's on its way, like I said, but everything is temporary. So don't hold on to it like it's going to be here forever. It is fleeting. And then, of course, you've got the death card there, which is basically letting go of old circumstances, events, old relationships, situations. It's never a physical death, it's more of a what do you need to let go of in order to live your best life. So there's still some digging, maybe a little bit of shadow work, or maybe a little bit of relief and some healing that's required to come in before you can start feeling more progress. Has that helped you? Julie, I can't hear you.
This time it was my fault. I didn't want you to have to listen to the rain. Anyway, it will take a few seconds for her to reply because there is a delay. Bonnie has any messages, is what
Oh,
Bonnie.
okay. All right. Um, Bonnie, I won't go into it too deeply, but I'm feeling a relationship issue or concern with you right now. Um, Maybe a disconnect or a separation of communication. So that's what I'm just picking up just from your energy. But let me give you a quick reading, Bonnie. All right. I got the Six of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Wands. So, with relationships or any type of maybe it's a job separation or something that's going on with you, or you're the possibility of you considering doing that, this is change is necessary for you to maintain your moral value, your character, your integrity. So there is some movement that's required for you to kind of take action and initiative in your own life. So if there's anything that you're not, a relationship or job choice that you're not happy with, please consider moving forward from that, because this is for your highest and greatest good, for you only to do bigger and better things. The Knight of Swords is if you can, do it swiftly and do it quickly. Take one item, one area of your life, and really start concentrating your focus on that. Next, we've got the King of Wands, which is basically the king of work, hard work, dedication. So, this to me feels like that you may want to consider earning, owning more, doing more in your business or in where you work, because you understand the value of money, you understand the value of hard work. And right now, it feels like maybe you're not appreciated as much as you could be. So, why not seek out a better opportunity for you? It may be a little bit of hard work in the beginning, but it's a better opportunity for you. I hope that helped you, Bonnie.
Okay. And that was Harley's reply.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And Don, do you have any questions? He's on one side or another. Um, let's see. Not a whole lot of replying right now. KK, are you still there? Brenda, Christine? Ah, and she says, thank you.
Good.
Is there anybody on the list? Because you can see beside you the chat um, that calls to you. Even if they're not here, I can send them because when they do come on, and a lot of them have asked questions. Well, Christine asked a question. I can let her know when it started. That way she can look it up
Okay.
later. And I will be posting these to YouTube and a few other places. Do you have a question, KK? Oh, Brenda, what is your question? Brenda is part of our psychic squad, but we haven't seen in a while. She is in the Houston area.
Welcome, Brenda. Anything you'd like to ask? Ooh, Brenda, I'm already feeling you've got some changes going on for you. All for the better. They're kind of exciting. Um, I don't know if you may consider them exciting, but I look at any change in life to be exciting because it's not going to be the same. And I'm like, ooh, what do I have to look forward to? What are my messages in here? And I'm feeling that energy from you, Brenda. Looks like you might be on a precipice of some more good things happening for you right now. I feel good energy there. Let me see. As I'm shuffling my cards, I do a little bit of both.
Aw. She says, that sounds promising.
Yeah. So for you as well, Brenda, I've got again the Death card, the Star, and the Four of Swords. So I think you, like I said, I don't think you may be feeling the excitement that I'm feeling about good things coming up for you, um, because you're letting go of a lot. The Death card is representing you getting rid of all that stuff that you don't want anymore. And it's changing your vibration, right? So that takes a little bit of time. So while you're working on that, you're probably not seeing all of these wonderful things that are ahead of you because you're in the work of it. But do the work because you're getting there. And because right after this is, again, the Star card, which is all about hope and resonance and finding your balance and harmony in life. And if you have any interest in astrology at all, that's also very good for you as well. It might give you some insights. As well as the Four of Swords represents, again, take one thing and stick with it because there's more thought than you may think that's underneath the surface. You may think that, oh, I've gotten through this situation or I've gotten through this thought process or I've worked through that. This card is saying, yeah, dig a little deeper. You may not have gone all the way. Ask some deeper questions of, I always like to say, go 5 whys deep. And why am I feeling this way? And then your answer comes up, and then ask, why did that answer come up? Like, let's say, um, why am I feeling like I'm stagnating right now? I feel like I'm going through and I'm doing a lot of work. Things should be better. Why do I think things should be better? Because I've been doing my work. Well, Have I done all of my work? Is it all complete yet? So you just keep going 5 questions deeper. And boy, your voice changes when you get to that origin answer. And now you're deeper into it. I'm sure this community is much better at doing deeper work, but most people will only go 1 or 2 questions deep. If you go 5 questions deep, boy, those answers are really ready there. They're all inside of you to come up.
And I like that. 5 questions. Okay.
Yeah, I tell everyone 5 questions deep, go 5 whys deep. Why is this happening? Why do I feel this way? What's coming up for me? And sit with it. I don't suggest doing 5 whys deep a couple of times a day. I suggest doing the 5 whys deep once a day, percolating with it, allow the process. Because if you're doing it right, you will get to that one deep answer where you're like, wow, oh, okay, that's the real issue here. And sleep on it. If you want to do 5 whys deep the next day, that's fine. But if you do them back to back or you do them too frequently, then you lose the lesson that came with going that deep.
And digesting the answers.
Right.
Very important. Yeah. Um, so nothing else for Brenda?
I feel that's pretty complete unless you have another question for me, Brenda.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I'm glad you have no problem with change. I don't either. I love change.
Yeah, when you get the death card or the tower card or the any of those cards, to
Devil.
me, the devil card, yeah, it's not a negative thing.
No,
It's
it's
time
just a
to
shift in your life. It's just telling you that that's all in the past, that you don't need to hold on to it anymore, that it's time for you to let go and move on.
exactly.
You're welcome, Brenda. I do have Melanie here who says, should I go to Mexico this weekend with a friend?
Right.
Um, I am not feeling it for you, Melanie.
And she
Um,
says, or stay home with family.
yeah, I think you should stay home with family. Um, there's just an energy there right now. I don't feel like it would be horrific or violent or anything like that. I just don't feel like it's in your best interest, that there's some energy stirring over in Mexico that you don't need to be involved in. Stay home with your family.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I read that from Melanie, the word family came up first. So that's where
Mhm.
you need to have your focus on. Change can be scary. This is from Brenda, but it's always for the better. Yeah. Being stagnant is not good. Going backwards is not good. So I'll take the forward movement any day.
Yes, agreed. But after you embrace it, it's no longer scary. Every time that you do it, every time you come up against something that feels a little scary or your emotions are attached to it, the more you walk through the fear, the easier it gets. And then you don't even identify it as scare or fear anymore. It's just like, okay, let's do this.
And
All right.
KK, any
Any
messages
message
for
for your
highest?
highest and greatest good? KK, I am not sure how involved you are in this, but I feel like you have a new spirit guide that you need to connect to. Um, you have someone on the other side who wants to share some information to you, almost like a master teacher, but a little kinder. I really feel like there's some new energy on the other side for you that they're like, hey, call me in, call me in. So you might want to seek that out because I also get that they're a little funny, that they're very helpful, but also funny. So seek out your new guide who wants to work with you.
I have a question, follow up for KK. what type of guide do you see? Is it human? Oh, well,
Oh,
or
I was
something
sensing
else?
guide. Yay. Good.
So,
That is wonderful because I really feel I mean, all of us have so many guides, some of them hundreds, some of them thousands. I mean, like, not to mention our oversoul, our soul family, everything like that. But I truly feel like there's really one prominent one for you, KK, that really is seeking you out and wants you to call upon them because they are just like ready. They're at the gate. They're like, come on, just let me in.
when you say that at the gate, as you can probably see, she has horses, and
Oh,
not
I didn't
just
even see that because it's so tiny.
not just little one that you see, but she has 5 horses, and she's
Oh, that's
looking
amazing.
for another horse. And when you say guide, it's like, what kind of guide does she have coming in? Because is it a human entity? Is it a horse?
It
All
is,
those.
yeah, it is definitely more human like, but
Okay.
it's definitely spiritual, a soul that's on the other side. And I pick up, which is kind of weird, a little bit more of a masculine energy. Normally, they don't care about names. It's whatever you assign to them, but I definitely feel like it's a um, funny, well combined combination of a masculine spirit for you, who is just, I don't know if they would assist you with your horses, but I feel like he's just ready to assist you in general on your personal growth. He's ready for you to reach out so that you can improve and increase your spiritual level.
Wow, love that.
I
Let
just
us know, KK. Oh, let's see.
advice on calling on the guides and angels in a clearer way to establish more solid and quick communication. Thank you. Um, Everybody does it differently. There's truly no right or wrong way, but I always say the right way is your way. Um, Sometimes in the spiritual world, we tend to create a hierarchy of, oh, well, the angels are here and my spirit guides are up here, and here I am, a human on earth. Um, I, my best way to call in guides, angels, is to literally ask. I will start either in prayer or I'll start in meditation and I call them in directly. And I'll say, whoever wants to come in for my highest and greatest good or for my self empowerment, please do so. But I would really love my friend Sherry to come in today. I would really love my guide Jeremiah to come in today. I'd love Archangel Raphael to come in today. And I ask them to be here and present with me, in a very precise and clear way. It's all just energy, and all you're connecting to is energy. I'm not a big fan of spending 20 minutes in ritual and doing all of that just to call them in and draw their energy. They're all there waiting for you, just wanting your permission to come in. So just allow. Call them in and just allow whatever you feel to feel because they want to be there for you.
Wow. Thank you for that, because it was for all of us. And Melanie was saying that that friend feels like family. And
Mm.
still, I'm not
Yeah,
feeling.
I'm not feeling it either. Stay home.
I think your gut is telling you no too, but you're not listening. That's what I'm getting. Don't mean to.
And if you have to ask, Mexico is not definite. So why is there a hesitation? You wouldn't have had to ask, Should I go if it wasn't 100% for you?
Oh, I like that. Thank you, Donna, for that too. Okay, and there were more from KK.
And there's Dawn. I agree. No ritual needed when you have a good relationship with your spirit team.
Yep. Definitely feels more masculine. The energy showed up when I was cleaning horses. Almost felt like my great grandfather.
Yes, but very young in spirit though. Older in appearance, but young in spirit.
Wow. Because that's unusual because they like to show themselves as they felt best. Maybe he felt best when he was older.
But he does look older, but a healthy older is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Cleaning horse pens. Discovered that he had a business in horse market. Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. I know there was somebody else I'm going to grab. Sounds good. Okay. She's got it now. So, Lizzie, did you have a question? I see you came back. Kevin. And Kevin is in. Kevin, this is Missy. Missy owns a shop in Scottsdale. Kevin is in Upper New York.
Wow.
So,
I was from there, upstate New York,
that's,
but
yeah.
definitely Arizona girl now. California and Arizona. I like the West Coast more.
And moving out to California kind of opened up everything for you because isn't it a little more stagnant back
Yes.
in New York?
And I try not to generalize very much, but there is a bit of it where I feel like the East Coast has a bit more of a black and white thinking. It's either this way or this way. Whereas California, I felt like it was all gray. Well, it could be this and it could be that, and it could be this and it could be that. And so it allowed more room for possibility.
And he's saying Rochester. Okay. And just to help you listen to your guides a little better, I would like to advise you to go to Sonoran Mystic Tarot on YouTube and check out his videos. He has some guided videos that will help you listen to your guides better.
And Melanie says, I also have a challenging time listening to my guide when I ask a question. I hear them when I'm not asking. And that's okay. That's okay too, because I think everyone kind of gets stuck in a spot where I need to be in meditation or I need to be in a calm, quiet, peaceful place. Um, my guides talk to me all the time. Sometimes I have a customer right in front of me and I'm talking to a customer and I feel like they're talking through me to them. You don't necessarily, as long as you're open to it, it doesn't have to be in a certain way or time. When I get up in the morning, like I hear my guides talking right away and I'm open to it. I listen, but I got to go make my coffee. I got to go shower. I got to go. So I'm just listening. Anytime that they're speaking, I'm listening. So don't feel concerned about oh well I'm sitting here and I'm being peaceful because you might be concentrating too hard or trying too hard. So when we surrender, when we're not putting that much intent into it, is really when we hear everyone better.
And you don't have to do the silent meditation, walking or
Right.
sweeping. I mean, there's so many mundane things you can be doing, and the information will come
You
in.
could just be in gratitude at the
Yeah,
moment where
enjoy.
you're just looking at a sunset or you're cleaning out horse stables or something and you're just it's quiet but not quiet. There's the energy of the earth moving around, but that's when you're most receptive.
And I like this from Kevin. When humans traveled from east to west, by the time they got to California, they eased up on a lot of thinking after being trail worn.
Oh, good perspective.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I never thought
And
about it that way.
yeah. Melanie says her mind gets in the way. Yeah. Our minds do get in the way. Remember, you have two sides to your brain or your mind. One is your soul connection, the other is the analytical ego, all that stuff. So be careful. Which side are you going to listen to? Or your gut? They're all important. Okay. So, do you have a specific question, Kevin? What was the name of the video to watch? Well, just check any of his videos. I'm going to put his, oh, let me get the at in there. His YouTube, Mystic Terror. OT. Okay, who else has a question? There we go. I know I had somebody else up here. Okay, Christine asked earlier, and then Victor, what did you need today? I feel that you need some question or clarification or something. Okay, this is for Christine.
Could I have a reading? I'm a Cancer sign and would like a general reading. All right. Well, cancers, as you know, are can be highly emotional, but you have some changes coming up for you as a Cancer sign that is expect some changes by February. Um, Lots of different changes coming up for you in many areas and aspects of your life. So by February, the way your life looks right now may not be the way it looks in February. And let me see if there's any message I can share for you today. Christine, you've got the Nine of Cups here, the Queen of Cups, and then the Four of Wands. The Nine of Cups is you may be holding on a little too tightly to some of your goals, your wants, and desires. Those are all things that you've already acquired. Allow yourself to open up a little bit more to see what new wants and desires you can bring into your life, new possibilities. You're trying to find some balance in your life right now, and you're just unsure of really how to move forward and what desires and what your soul is requesting of you right now. So that's some inner thought. Um, I would suggest going within and finding out some times in your life when you were really happy, when you were rejoicing, when you were working well, because this is where you're going to bring back some of that joy, that happiness, that excitement, but tweak it in a new way. Um, your wants and desires, or purpose, even, are requiring a shift right now. And so, like I said, by February, I think that'll change for you. But I would take some time in reflecting back on when some of your happiest times were, and what you can do to recreate that, but in a new and imaginative way.
Thank you. And I will let her know what time that started. Um, okay, we are at 10 o'clock. Do you need to stop now?
I can probably do one or two more, but then, yes, I have to open my store.
Okay.
It's halfway opened right now.
Oh, okay, good. Well, and if she does get called away, we're done, guys. Just letting you know. Lizzie, you are definitely next. Yeah.
Okay. What do the synchronicities want to tell me? I see them all the time, and the dreams are very colorful and confusing. I try to figure out what guides want to tell me. Thank you. Um, your synchronicities are just confirmation about what you're requesting. When we manifest things in our lives, and when we draw attention to what we're seeking in life, the synchronicities are the follow up to that. So it's just confirming for you everything that you're thinking about, everything that you're trying to manifest in your life. So think of the synchronicities as the afterthought, the confirmation that you're on the right path, and you're just seeing or being revealed signs to you for your own confirmation. Your dreams are very colorful and confusing because you're receiving a lot of downloads right now. And it's a lot of information that's coming through. If you can, I would suggest a dream journal as soon as you get up because you lose a lot of that. But the more succinct you are with what you just dreamt about the night before, will bring you clarification the following night, where it can give you more specifics instead of a broad and general aspect that spirit is thinking that you understand or grasp. But you just have to bring each dream down into detail a little bit more. What does that mean for me, and what was this about? And if you don't know what it's about, then you go into the dream the next night going, hey, I want to keep working on this dream, and can you bring more clarity to it? So it's just a matter of asking intentionally before you go to sleep, to get some more messages that are easier for you to understand. And all you have to do is ask your guides. You say, I try to figure out what guides want to tell me. And you can tell them to speed it up or slow it down. You can tell them to work with your personality, with your conscious level, so that they can either speed it up or dumb it down, whichever way you want, in the most simplistic of terms. But you can request that. You can ask anything you want of your guides, and they will provide it to you.
Love that. I love that. I was listening to. I definitely want to. Okay. I thought I saw something from Victor real quick. Yes, I know Melanie had another question. Okay. You can take one on Missy. What will spirits in the spirit world and guides like to say to me? Oh, I like that.
Hmm. Which is interesting because I actually expected to do more tarot today, but psychically, more stuff is coming through. So, for you, Victor, um, there is a hesitation with you. And I'm not clear if that's because you may still have a little bit of fear there for the spirits in the spirit world, who they are, what they may be, what they may represent for you. Um, I just feel some hesitation from you. And I'm not quite sure if you're ready for that information from your spirit guides to flow directly to you. So you may want to consider piecemealing it. You may want to either start with an oracle card reading or doing a quick 3 card spread or something like that for you to get used to some of that information coming through until you're ready to start accepting to receive more. We all can hear them, it's just practice. But for you, I feel that there's some type of hesitation there that you, for some reason, may feel like there's some shadow work or something there and you're hesitant to get to. And trust me, you've been living with your soul your whole life in multiple dimensions. There's nothing that's going to startle you or surprise you. You may get an aha moment like, oh, this makes sense, this clarifies. But it is not, it's not going to scare you. So the hesitation is what we create on our own. Yes, stuff has happened in my life, but
At
asking
the moment, you know.
at the moment, but asking for guides. Um, it may be that you can call upon one. I call upon Archangel Raphael. He is the healer. And if you're still healing from these things that are happening to you or the situation that has happened to you, work with one specifically so that you can hear their message, so that you can feel their healing, and so that they can heal your wound. Because sometimes in our pain, we're not as receptive to hearing what our spirit guides have to share. So you may want to just tighten it in a little bit and call upon one or two instead of, hey, anyone who wants to come in, because that may be overwhelming to you while you're still healing.
Looking forward doing readings. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, Missy, I know that you, or Melanie, sorry, Missy. Melanie, I know you had another question, but Dawn and Angie will be on this evening in about 8 hours. So I suggest you come back then. Missy does have a store she has to finally open. At least there's nobody at the door waiting for you right now. So
Yes,
that's
it's most of my customers are late risers.
well, that's good for them. I love getting up and getting going in the morning. Um, yeah. So thank you, Missy, so much for coming in today. It makes a whole lot of sense. The things you told us, I've written down as much as I can. I'll probably watch it again to get more tidbits from it. But you brought us a whole lot of knowledge we didn't have before, and I really appreciate it. And it's nice to get to know you a little bit better and all the things you've been through. So,
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here, Julie. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for sticking through the technical difficulties. I appreciate that. And thank you for everyone who joined. I hope I was of great assistance to you. And of course, if you want to reach out to me, you can go to my website at missysmysteries.com. I'm on Facebook, social media. And Julie's got it up on the screen for you. So it was lovely having you all join us. Thank you very much.
yeah, if you're not in the area, remember you can get a hold of her on the website. And if you are in the area, please remember, let me get this back up real quick. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yes, Saturday, our Mystic Bazaar. I will have 7 or 8 readers here. We'll have Reiki. We'll have psychic mediums, angel card readers, tarot and oracle card readers, intuitive guidance. I'll have this wonderful lady who makes her own crystal candles and permanent jewelry. So it'll just be fun. All of us will be in costumes, and I'll be giving away lots of Halloween treats and goodies and a raffle for a free reading with me.
Wow. Um, is Persephone going to be there or touch
Next month.
next month? Okay.
Mhm.
I was going to grab her stuff because it does work.
She is
But,
amazing. Yes. I
and
carry her
for
line in my store, though. I do carry her products in my store.
oh, good, good. So if I'm out, I can go there to get it quick. Um, there is one other event the same day, but I want to tell you if you're on the east side, start with Missy because then you'll miss the big line on the west side of town, and that's the Witchcrafters Market. And then you can come back to Missy's on the way home because she'll be there until 5. So
Yes,
11 to 5. Okay.
absolutely. We're open from 10 to 6, so you're welcome to come all day. It's just my readers will be here and practitioners from 11 to 5.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful week and enjoy all the fall festivities this week and next. And we will see
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Blessings to you all. Much love.